Alright neighbors, I am going to go through and do a little unboxing. This, if I can get it the right direction here, is from my friends at Baker Creek. It's a very cute package. All kinds of fun designs on there. Carrots, potatoes, squash. Anyway, so we're going to open this up, see all the seeds that we ordered. Trust me, my friends, there is a lot. So we're going to start first with our black turtle beans. I have never grown black beans or any beans for a dried bean, and I really wanted to try a dried bean. So we have those. Let's see if I can get them in here. These are some of my favorite tomatoes, absolute favorites. These are black crim tomatoes. They're a little bit on the almost purple side, and we love them, love them, love them. There's another tomato that I got, I'll find it here in a minute, and those two are my absolute favorites. I love black crim, and Cherokee purple is the other one, so I got those. This is dwarf moringa seeds. Moringa becomes kind of a tree, and it will not overwinter here in zone 7A, B, whatever they decide this week we're in. But I think I'm gonna see if I can't grow it either as maybe a small bush or like potted plant type of thing, and then be able to bring it in over winter if I need to. You'll see in here I have several columbine. Columbine are one of my favorite flowers just because they're so pretty. The other ones that I got are like a double. These are Amish paste tomatoes, and this is what we're going to use to make sauces with next year, because they have, get it close, they have a lot less seeds in them, and they have a lot less juice in the middle. They're more meaty. And so that's how we're going to go. I don't know how I can get that thing to focus a little better. Maybe I'm just holding it too close. First time using a GoPro, so we're going to see how that works. Then there's my other favorite tomato. It's the Cherokee purple. And they make really nice, big, kind of a dark, almost purple colored. So good tomatoes. So good. Two packages of lemongrass. I love lemongrass. My boss at the restaurant previously had purchased this at an Asian store of already grown pieces, and I actually threw them in water, the ones that he didn't use, and regrew them. I've never grown this from seed, but we are going to try it this year. Some of these greens, this one, it says it's known as spinach mustard, and so we're going to try it. If not, and we're not a huge fan of greens necessarily. We do eat them raw, some of them, but if it doesn't work out, if we don't like them, the pigs and the chickens always do. We have here a cabbage, a unique looking cabbage. I bought this in green, and then there's another similar one that we're going to see in a little bit. It's in purple. So the first beans I showed you were black turtle beans, and these are Cherokee Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears actually goes through Tennessee, I believe. So I cannot wait to try to make like canned refried beans and stuff out of those. We did make that this year, not from our own, but we bought store black beans and made that. There's another pack of the same turtle beans. We have red carrots. I have not tried a red carrot. We're going to see if they're sweet. It says right here that they have exceptional texture and sweet flavor. The thing about this that I have to be careful with, it says slender roots that grow 12 to 18 inches, but our soil at the new place sucks. And yes, we're going to be doing these in a raised bed or probably, especially for this first growing season, in a pot. So I just have to make sure that I have a deep enough pot that those can grow in unencumbered, I guess. Unencumbered. It's a new kind of pepper. We're hoping to do like a roasted red pepper, either a salsa type of thing or a roasted red pepper, and then dry them and powder them, because we really like a chili powder, or we really like a smoked paprika powder. This one says sweet frying pepper. Thin-skinned, excellent for fresh use, raw in salads or blistered on the grill. So that is exactly why we started these. This one does say you should start them indoors. I don't think that's going to happen. We might kind of jerry-rig some pots with just kind of a covering over them to see if we can't get some of that started. I should have winter sowed some of those. I might. We still have time to do that. These are another package of turtle beans. I got 2 of the turtle and 2 of the Trail of Tears. This is a name I'm not going to try and pronounce. But again, this is another set of greens that it's got a lot of vitamin A. It's a cross between a tatsoi and a kamatsuna, which is what the other ones were, I believe. And if, again, we don't like these, they will grow very nicely for the pigs. And our pigs love tatsoi. Chickens love tatsoi. And if they grow anything like the tatsoi, then you don't have to do anything to them. You just kind of set it and forget it, and make sure that chickens don't get into the garden, because they'll eat them before you get any. This is an orange thyme. Thyme is one of my favorites. So we'll see how the orange thyme tastes. Thyme, ours just grows. I've got one inside here. I've got a lemon thyme that's in a pot that's in my workshop right now. Broccoli rabe, never grown. I've tried broccoli a couple times. I've tried to grow it, and I don't get my stuff planted early enough. So by the time I get it out, it's already too warm for broccoli. So this needs to get out ASAP. Got a lemon basil. I've never had lemon basil before, so we're going to try that one. That's a warmer, not frost hardy, 65 to 95 degrees. It's a warmer crop. Not hot, but warmer. So I have 2 different kinds of these. These are butterfly peas, and the flowers are edible. And the flowers go in a tea, and it colors the tea, makes some really pretty things. It also says a natural dye, soothing tea, helps to calm the nerves. And these are the ones that are, I wish I would have looked up the word. There's a word for it. And if you mix them with, it's like an indicator. So if you mix it with an acid, it turns one color, and if you mix it with a base, it turns another color. So we are going to try those. We have some calendula. And I think those are going to be so pretty and medicinal. I am trying to do a lot of medicinal things and edibles and things that aren't just for pretty, although I do have a lot of pretties in here too. Coneflower, we have several different kinds of coneflower in here, and I did double check to make sure that they were the right kind of echinacea to be medicinal. Some of them aren't. You have to check this word right here, and some of them aren't. And the ones that I got, I tried to make sure that they were. One of the things that somebody had explained to me one time was that if the color of the flower is not what it normally is, like in nature type of thing, then a lot of times the medicinal properties are not always there. So we got that one. We got those. We've got a green type variety. There might be one more in here. But these are all the same. Now this one has another name after it here. They're all the same. So we are going to plant those all out. We can have echinacea. Marshmallow is one that I've kind of always wanted to try. And I say always, for the last couple years since I've been learning more about medicinals, I've wanted to try this. So we'll plant some marshmallow. Here's a squash that looks similar to the Trumbashino squash that Jack does, that I've been wanting to try since Jack says it's so good. Baker's Creek does not have Trumbashino squash, so I will get this one. I think it's very tender, mild, and richly flavored. Also great as a winter squash. Direct seed. Do not disturb roots while transplanting. Needs heavily amended soil, but I'll be fine. Among the best summer squash. So we're gonna try that. Something new in our garden. These are more columbine. This is a double mix, which I think will just be so pretty. Columbine is also a flower that only blooms every other year, I believe. So you need to kind of, don't think it's dead the second year or the off year, because it blooms every other year. I think foxglove doesn't bloom until the second year either, too. All right, we've got a bunch of cosmos. It's another one of my favorite flowers to grow. They are not medicinal, but they're pretty, and they don't require a lot of care. So I went and I got several that kind of all went together in a bouquet type of thing. It's yellow. It's kind of a ruby. And then I had to buy some black ones, because who doesn't need black flowers in their life? Reach into my stash over here. Alright, since these are here, we might as well do the peas. I must have purchased 3 of the little Marvel peas. This one on the back says bush pea, which is one of my, I like that way better than the climbing vining peas. So in place, does say trellis vining types, but this is not a vining type. Vine flavored peas. One of them, must have been the other ones that I got, said that they were supposed to be one of the sweetest kind. This is the other kind that I bought. Lillian's caseload, and this one says vines reach 2 to 3 feet in length, with peas about 2.5 to 3 inches long. It's a large pea. I swear one of them said that they were supposed to be really sweet. We shall see, my friends. This is the other... I just realized I was painting. This is the other red cabbage. We make sauerkraut at our house. Very, very easy. If you've never done it and want to try it. Medicinal horehound. Again, another herb that we want to try. We're almost to the bottom of our package, thankfully. Otherwise, somebody's gonna throw a fit at me. One more pack of those peas. We must have 3 of each kind. Here is a calendula. So pretty colors. Such pretty colors. Wish I could get that in there nicely. Leave those out here. This is a Japanese giant red mustard, and I've never had mustard greens before. So again, we're going to try them, and if they're not good, almost strong, sharp, almost garlicky mustard flavor. So if they're not good, then again, pigs, ducks. Chinese cabbage, this is another one that we've started making an egg roll in a bowl, and this is the cabbage that we use to go with it. It's really good. So we're going to try and grow that one ourselves. Now, one of the things that Baker's Creek always does is that they give you a free packet for every so much money you spend. And this is what their free seed packets look like. I don't know if it tells me 18, 16, no. So I don't think it tells me how many seeds are in here, which is fine. I was just gonna see if that information was in here. It always tells you the Latin name. It always tells you a little bit about this seed. tells you planting instructions. Then this is all the information about, you know, how to go to their website, where they're located. And then on the side of seed packets, it tells you all the very important information. So sprouts in 7 to 14 days. It needs to be 75 to 90 degrees. Ideally, it will survive a little bit lower, a little bit higher, but this is what it likes. That's what makes it happy. If the seed depth when you plant it is 1/2 inch, and this one says don't overwater. So this one does not say to plant ahead of time. So that means I would probably direct seed this like I will do my cucumbers. I just direct seed them in a hill. Plant spacing, they need to be 18 inches apart. You can zigzag some things so that it's not 18 inches from here to here, but if you put it at a zigzag, then you could have one here, then this one can be a little bit closer. It's not frost hardy, so it doesn't like to get cold, and it needs 8 to 12 hours of full sunlight to be happy. A lot of times ones like this, kind of like an afternoony sun or a morning sun, but not, they typically don't like heat of day sun. So I got the melons. I have some banana peppers that they sent me. I have a cinnamon basil that I cannot wait to try. Although I'm not sure what I'm going to use cinnamon basil for. This is a bok choy, and again, our pigs love bok choy. And then Landis Winter, which is a head cabbage, or sorry, a head lettuce. Cold hardy. Most lettuce is cold hardy. Most lettuce likes the cold. One of the most frost resistant lettuces known. Superb for winter harvest. That'll be great because then we can sow it even now, probably, and see frost hardy. Yes. So it's it was freezing the last 2 days, but then starting like Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to be in the 60s, which happens here in Tennessee. We're on like second spring or something weird. And 4 to 8 hours of sun, so it doesn't need a ton. But this is something that we're going to go ahead and plant in some containers right now, and then be able to start eating this right away. Best grown as spring or fall crop. So the other thing that I'm going to do is, since I got all of these packages, we have a local seed library, and I will be giving even some of these. I will try some, and a lot of times I'll split these. So this one says, it also tells you on the back how much they are. Minimum 200 seeds. There's 200 mustard seeds in here, and if you can, it's only that much, like 200 mustard seeds fits in that little tiny space. So I will probably take 10 or 12 of them and then repackage the rest of them and give some to the seed library so that we can share with others too. And then things like these black beans, once we get those grown and reproduced and saved, I will give some of them to the seed library as well. We will not eat banana peppers, so those are going. I don't think I'll eat this melon, so that is going. Cinnamon basil, I'm going to try a couple, but to me, basil and cinnamon in my brain don't really go together so well, so I'm sure that one's going to go, or at least a lot of it too. So there you go, my friends. That is my little haul from Baker's Creek. They're a great company, non-GMO seeds. Really, really nice to deal with. And you even get some free seeds in the batch. So go on over there. It's rareseeds.com. I'll show you that one. So go on over there, order it up. I did also get their they have a free catalog that you can get ordered to you, and it just has a few things in it, but you can get the $15 catalog, and I ordered that one, so it has a whole bunch extra things in it. Another place that I really like to go and get seeds from is the Seed Savers Exchange in Iowa, and they have a thick catalog too. When you become a member, you get this catalog sent to you, and then what you can do is, it's like a personal directory. So if I have this specific bean that I've been growing for 10 years and I want to offer some for sale, you know, people can send me $3 and I will send them some seed. So it's also to be able to exchange member to member. So that's another fun one too. All right, my friends, follow us along so that you can see what we're turning a row cropping farm into a really great place to live, and join us on our journey to get a house back after a house fire. So if you can like, subscribe, share, any of those things, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you.